I've been doing Sustainable House Day since 2004, and it's really been a vehicle for Positive Footprints to spread the message that sustainable homes are easy to do, and it's just a matter of applying some principles, and you get a fantastic high-performing home. Oh, the response is always very positive when people come through. I get lots of letters and emails back after Sustainable House Day, thanking me for the day, and that people have learnt bits and pieces, and some things they can apply in their own homes, and some things will just go into their minds that they know it's something that they can apply later when they're doing a renovation or a build. So we call the house Solar Sollew. It's got a lot of cutting-edge sustainable technologies that I wanted to try out, and I was able to do it on this job because it was our own home. And these are really things that we've learnt over the last 10 years building other people's homes, and I wanted to apply as many things as I could into this home. Okay, so there's a number of things that make this house very sustainable. The first one is it's extremely efficient in energy use, in that it uses the elements, the sun, the wind, the mass of the earth, to maintain a very constant temperature inside. So it uses very little energy to heat and cool. So that's one part of sustainability. It's also made of materials that are very low in embodied energy. That's the amount of energy that's gone into the creation of those materials. And also materials that don't off-gas sort of nasty things. So we try to choose materials that are low in VOCs, volatile organic compounds, and maintain a healthy internal environment. Other sustainability things, water, it was a very water efficient home. So this house used about 2/3 less mains water than a standard home. It does that by capturing rainwater and reusing grey water. And then it's also got a significant vegetable food production area at the back, and a greenhouse that we made using leftover materials from the build as a seed propagating and clothes drying area. The more mass that you can put into a house, at least in Melbourne, as long as you've got good northerly sunlight coming in, the more mass, the better. And so we like to put the mass that we use are these recycled bricks, because one, they're recycled, so you're using them again, and that means that you don't have a high embodied energy load in that mass itself. So it's low in embodied energy itself, but it's also adding to the high performance of the home. The mortar that you see in the mortar courses up here, that's cement replaced mortar, so 30% of the cement has been taken out of that and replaced with slag fly ash blend. And that again, cement is very high in embodied energy, so we're just trying to keep things low from an energy point of view. Look, the floor here is, I'm very proud of the floor. We've been doing recycled eco concrete slabs for a while, but on this one we've actually gone the next step and put in recycled glass into the top of it, and then polished that up to really make it a statement about the house. And what I like about the floor is not only that it makes it look nice, but it highlights a part of the home that's working really hard for the home. Absorbing heat during the day, letting it out at night time, and keeping the temperature high throughout the time that the sun's not out during winter, keeping it cool in summer. And also the materials that gone into the concrete. Once again, cement is very high in embodied energy, so 60% of the cement has been taken out, replaced with slag and fly ash. The aggregate that's gone in is also 100% recycled aggregate. The steel that's gone in it is 100% recycled steel, and the plastic underneath is 100% recycled, so it's about as green as a concrete slab can be. For solar passive design, the number one thing you're trying to do is to get sunlight, northern sunlight, into as many rooms as possible. So when we're choosing finishes, we're primarily trying to choose materials that are low off-gassing materials. That's because finishes are all around, and if you choose the wrong thing, then all the surfaces are off-gassing nasty, or potentially nasty things, mixing in the internal environment, then you're breathing them in. So we use zero VOC paints. All the cabinetry throughout is E0 cabinetry. It means very low level of formaldehyde off-gassing of those. Further beyond that, all the things that you can't see, the glues, the binders, waterproof membranes, the grouts, those are all low or zero VOC options of the same thing. Going on from health, we're also looking that we're choosing materials that aren't burdening the environment more broadly. So one of the main things that we try and avoid is forest timbers, mainly because there's been so much deforestation over the last 200 years, and we really want to save as much as what's left and keep it there for the animals and for people in the future to enjoy. So we're using plantation timbers, we're using bamboo, we're using plantation hoop pine. Okay, so on this house we've got a grid interactive photovoltaic system. It's a 3 kilowatt system. And we have solar hot water. We've just gone for the flat plate solar hot water rather than the evacuated tubes, simply because I've found that that just has less pumps and things to drive it and seems to be more robust. The energy that we're getting out of our 3 kilowatt solar panels is enough to produce more power than we're using in this house. And that's with our family, my parents living here full time. And young kids playing on computers and so forth. So it really just shows that if you get the heating and cooling loads down, and then you choose appliances which are the most energy efficient version of those appliances, that a 3 kilowatt system, perhaps a 4 kilowatt system if you've got a big family, but that's usually enough to break even if you do if you get the big blocks right at the start.